Friends, we're going to look in the cards for the 8/8 Twin Flame Summer Ritual. I prepared a whole bunch of almost all my Oracle card decks here, and I'm going to intuitively move through them and see what comes up as a preparation for the Twin Flame Summer Ritual on 8/8 next week when this video comes out. That is going to take place, and you can join to put your beingness, your soul, in the focus of what I'm going to perform in the ritual next week, so that your healing intentions to heal yourself back to your twin flame union, because it is already true in your heart, and now you're going to heal yourself back into that for real. These intentions are going to be augmented tremendously. That's the magic that we're going to intend for the ritual. Next week is going to take place. I'm going to go into nature. I'm going to play with tuned water, crystal water. I'm going to play with crystals. I'm going to play with cards, with words, with wands, with all kinds of things that are helpful to create this power field. Also my crystal skulls, what more? My dragons, well, all kinds of things, right? To create this power field in which you can tune in by buying your ticket and joining and being part of the ritual, right? To reverberate with the healing power. You know, it's like a huge spiritual presence of the truth, and we're going to ground that on the earth. So that's also what is going to happen with your intentions. You may have the intention like, yes, I want to move forward tremendously on my twin flame journey. And that means that I'm going to do that inner work, and this ritual will augment your inner work with you, for you. And I'm going to then also, after my consciousness has changed, reap the physical results that are a part of that naturally, or supernaturally, if you will, because we tune in so deep that we reach Divine Mother herself. And then from that source out, there comes this flow that reaches also eventually the manifested plane, the physical plane, where you want your results to happen. And that's what we're going to do. And this will be an enormous push forward for you. So you're very welcome to join. And should you want to get all the information in a row and for this Thursday, August 8th, and also buy your ticket, then I do have a link below. But yeah, we're really going to find out more about what is like in the co-creation between my high priestess power and Divine Mother. In the divine, in source itself, what are the topics that are going to flow in general? And we're going to find out already up front, 5 days up front, we're going to find out more about that through my oracle cards. So this is my intention for Divine Mother to help us, for the Master Magician to help us, for all the crystal skulls that I'm going to work with next week to help us. They're in my home here, for all the dragons that are in my home to help us, for the dryad that lives here to help us, for the Master Christ to help us, that I co-create with in spirit. And all other forces that want to help us. Yeah, our higher self in my twin flame union to help us, which is called Solara, and there is a little bit more in the name, but that is a secret part of the name. Yeah, what more? To help us. Every other force that is connected to this powerful field that is strongly connected through me to the earth. by forces that relate to my soul eternally. And we call them all in for the 8-8 ritual for sure, but also right now to help us, yeah, select the cards, because I really have no idea. Other than that, yesterday I went in nature. I do have a video up about that already. And I talked a little bit about that it felt as though we were going to go in a summer ritual, which will be the 10th time that, the 10th year, I need to say, that I will be doing this. And it already manifested the entire school, the teaching, the true twin flame teaching, the checking out that it really works in practice of that with myself, with 4 other people that I brought there. It did so incredibly much already, but now we're going to see what will be the next offer from the inside out that will arrive for all of us, and I will receive it first for you. You see, that's what this is all about. And that's also why I have been going through 3 days of fasting. And now I am in the building up again day in which I do fruit. I have had 2 fruit meals today, and I'm going to go to a green salad meal later on, after we've recorded all of this, right? And yeah, may that all contribute. But what I was saying was, yesterday I made this video because I went for preparation in my fasting time to the nature places at the end of my street to see where would be the best place to hold the ritual on 8/8. And I chose one, and I have made pictures from that place, and they're in the video. So check my channel, and then you can find the video that is like the one before this one. And in that video, I talked about that I had already this feeling that it will be about things falling into place definitively, right? After 10 years of moving through all these movements that made me download everything that is of value for you, that made me remember my own spiritual inheritance and make that fully come true for myself. And that is what I pass on, because you can only pass on what you have made come true for yourself. So that's why I present it like that. I extend everything that has become true for me. And that is a lot. And that is, among others, your full spiritual healing, which rolls through your personal development as well in all ways. That is harmonious twin flame union, the consciousness state through which your actual being romantically together with them, what you're really wanting, is created. So that may be a new fact for you, but there it is. That's how that really works, and I'm able to pass that on. And that is very unique in the world. Yeah, relatively. There's only one other place where you can experience that. And this may be very contrary to what you believe, because there is a lot of talk about twin flames and a lot of desire to be with them. But that is not the same as making it come true. And one other thing is, of course, the flow in your energy and money and mission life that I also stand for. And I think it is a tad more difficult, which I also said in my last video, to really like prove that to you, that is really flowing here. But that is really what is integrated in all this work, and energy work and spirit work and spiritual guidance that you can get through me here. That is really integrated in that. And I for sure give specifically guided teachings on that as well when you come to work with me closer, right? So I talked about in the video of yesterday that it was all very much feeling like it is things falling into place definitively, Yes, in me bringing this all forth for you so that I can pass it on to you and in my private life as well. But of course, it is about for you things to fall into place definitively. It is about a development that is making your soul be in an archaeological endeavor almost to find what was already always inside of you, and then to sort of dig that up almost and to remove the dirt and to reveal in that way, put the veil down or to the side to get a clarity about who you are in divine truth, what is here for you, who your twin flame is, what your mission is that you will find inside your twin flame union, which is not a thing that you conjure up with your fantasy, but it's an actual treasure chest that you will find there that opens up and gives you all kinds of information about what you're going to do there. All of these things falling into place for you definitively. And that means that with the true twin flame journey stands for, yes, we talk about the true twin flame, not the one you think is your twin flame. That will always open up your abundance for you. That's what my work is based on. And that means that it will definitively do that. That means that, like for the last time, you will open up everything and live there forever after. It's like a romance story that is indeed forever after, but we're really serious here. You won't in your body live forever after, most probably. But we're talking about a soul development here, in the first place. And that soul, yes, is also with this experience of the flesh in the world too, and as long as that experience is here too, that is in this development that we're talking about, it will be in that definitive state, whether it is now going to through the rest of your life, to the end of your life, maybe being born again, starting over, still being in the same kind of spiritual depth, anchored into the same truth, and being able to quickly live that reality again and move even deeper together with your true twin flame, deeper in love. When we say moving deeper, it means deeper in love. It means that you've done your spiritual inner work. It means that you've followed the spiritual guidance and have learned the lessons and now can reveal a deeper intimacy with the divine in yourself, with yourself and yourself, between yourself and yourself, and therefore also between your true twin flame and you. And that's what going deeper means all the time. So this is about that you say to yourself, I want all these things to click in definitively. And I want to be in that development. And that is really the first indication, what I felt, what I heard, what I got revealed yesterday that it was going to be about. So I felt that I was starting to look at my oracle cards, which means that apparently we're starting, and we are going to start apparently with the dragons. How about that? The dragon deck. I love that. That's surprising to start with by the dragon, Wisdom of the Dragons by Lucy Cavendish. Yeah, I wanted to say her name. So apparently, well, I feel this is it already. The dragons really want to work with us. And that's really cool because they do work under the guidance of the Master Magician, the Master Christ, and Divine Mother, which is like my deepest point, to put it like that. So we can't go wrong with them. And they're just helpers. They're like the helpful energy of the dragons. That's what these cards are about, that are around on the earth. And yeah, I think maybe they can do a lot for you in making things come true definitively and make them click in, also in a manifested way. Like, oh, this is really like the manifesting, the physical, the daily life translation of what I've been working on for so long in inner work and whatnot, you know? I think that's maybe what they want to really inspire us to. And I do have also some dragon spirits here on my piano. Anyway, in their dragon skulls. But I think, yeah, anyway, this is what they want to say. And the card will also represent a specific dragon energy. So let's see. Here is the card. Well, that's a very purple one, very spiritual is what I read from the card. It is the Keeper of Time. You have time, number 7. Well, let's see. I think I want to look in the booklet. Keeper of Time, 7. The feelings that you have about time, that it seems to you like time is shrinking or extending itself in your experience, are real insights. They're not your fantasy. Time is a living dimensional being, and its forces have the potential. I'm translating this simultaneously, so that's why it sounds a little sluggish. It has the potential to give more time to what needs it, and also to make time speed up when that is necessary. And in this way, the dragon of time will help you weave your experiences and your past, present, and future together. And in truth, we are already in the future. Much of what we truly are is a sort of an echo in the now of what the future is. Interesting. The beings of time of the Dragon Fae, that's what this card is about. Of who I am one, we know, and we know this, and we protect you against confusion about this matter. We can also help you when you need to create time, or when time needs to be created for you. When you have the feeling that you don't have enough time, think about me, the Keeper of Time, and I will send you help that you need to reach the goals in the time that you think you have. Know that time is able to work with you. You just need to attune to it as a dimensional reality and seek connections with the time beings. Call on me to create the time that you need. And also call on me when you want the time to move faster. Traveling will then need less time. And extending time will help you reach deadlines. Know that you are, in essence, a timeless being. You will be a time traveler from now on, the exact time traveler for which you were born. And that is part of your inheritance. Wow. And then there's more about this dragon itself that states the same. So maybe you have the feeling that time is something that you desperately need and you don't have enough of. Or maybe you feel like you need to slow down. Whatever it is, know that time is on your side. What you are experiencing is an illusion. Yeah, you can tune into the timeless nature of the spirit perspective or truth, actually, of life and of twin flame union. And everything will be okay. You don't need to worry about that. Because how many people worry endlessly, and I was one of them, about the timing of when will my twin flame arrive? When will union come to me? As if it comes over you and you're a victim of it, but okay. Because you can do a lot to do that and have that yourself. Okay. And one of them is, of course, participating in the 8/8 twin flame ritual of next week. How many people are desperate about how long is it going to take until my divine masculine comes home to me? I don't have time anymore. I'm getting old. I want to have a family and I don't. And I'm not forever fertile and all these things. So many people are consumed, I think, by this worry about that. And also like, oh, so we're in separation, how they say, and they mean that you're physically apart temporarily. And like, how long is this gonna take? It takes too long and whatnot. So then, you know, it would really help indeed if you could say, like, it doesn't matter how long it takes because the length of time is not the point. The point is to use the situation for what it is made for. So if there is a physical separation and you feel upset about that, then that the time that is happening is meant for you to start to do the inner work on the base of what exactly you're upset about that situation. And then when you've fully completed that inner work, you will be back together again. That's not a discussion. That's not a question. That is like an assurance from Divine Mother herself. And then it doesn't matter how long that takes. It really absolutely doesn't. Because you are choosing, well, that would be like my advice. That would be the direction we're going to intend for this whole 8/8 ritual, right? To want to go in the direction of I'm committing to being with my twin flame and have this as my primary reality for now until my life ends and when I come back the same. So it doesn't matter how long that takes, so-called. It takes as long as you need to do the inner work to have that new reality come in and come to bloom inside of yourself and therefore in your life. That's how long it will take. And you don't know how long it'll take. You just need to surrender into that and do the true inner work and accept guidance from a teacher for it as well, which will, by the way, quicken things for you tremendously. Yeah, by the way, like completely in general, this is maybe something that you want to know. In my working practice, that is like coaching people, it's not you making YouTube videos, but it's coaching people, you know, behind the scenes in one-on-one coaching calls. I do advise people currently to, in the first instance, really think about it that we're going to work for like 1.5 years together. That would be like a little bit of a starting time, you know, that you could calculate to be with me, to like attune to the work, learn to do it, really go deeper in yourself, start to heal the right kind of things that are here to be healed inside of you, for you to go to union, go to the harmonious union consciousness space, move towards it more closely and closely and closely. And who knows, arrive in the harmonious union that I can pass on to you. And who knows also to have the physical bloom start, and the building and the bloom of that start for you as well. We don't know if that will fit in this 1.5 year or will be a little bit afterwards, but that doesn't really matter. I think that's a good time frame to think about wanting to work with me in the first place, in first instance, like, how long am I going to be coached by you? Well, that's like the first period that would be good to be with me. And of course, you can stay indefinitely, because this is like the embrace that is here for you to really sink into that reality with your true twin flame and start to build your mission, start to move to psychological sanity and being happy inside of that, and start to move to physical health and food, pleasure, and all of these things. It only starts actually there, so that's maybe like good to know. But like, back to the card, I mean, I had that. I was so tremendously worried about how long it was all taking, and also because I would like to have a family and I'm not the youngest anymore and whatnot. But you may have your own ideas about that, your own fears, your own anxieties about that. And well, if there's one thing that I know now, is that the whole process and doing the correct kind of inner work, which is the key tool, and all the extended versions, etc., that I have for you here in e-courses, in whatever, all kinds of things. All that it did was, step by step, make me move through all the inner hurdles to be able to release this feeling of being hurried. Yeah. And that is one way, one avenue to see how inner peace is being reached. And it is a very concrete inner peace that is closely intertwined fully intertwined with the consciousness state of harmonious twin flame union that I can bring you to. It is an actual true thing, that manifests itself, for instance, in that direction that you make actual steps to fully and completely, in your psychology, in your nervous system, in your brain patterning for how you have been growing up and whatnot, to stop with tremendous worry and the pattern, the habit of being in a hurry about it, so that you reach the actual now, where it all takes place. Because if there's anywhere, anytime, that harmonious twin flame union, with them being physically together with you in a romantic relationship, is going to happen, then that is in the here and now. It's never going to happen at another time. It's only going to happen in the now, in the here and now, eternal place. And that is where you want to bring yourself. That is really what the process is about, the inner work. And that will indeed produce what you're looking for, although it seems like a counterintuitive thing, because we want to manipulate the relationship. That's what we want to do, with the best intentions. And that's just not how it works. So very interesting. But that was very concretely where I was brought through all the processes, in a very concrete inner peace about time, and stop worrying and stop hurrying myself up. Yeah. And I recently saw, that was maybe even yesterday, that, oh yeah, that's how I was programmed in my childhood, my early childhood. I was always hurried from the outside by my mother. You always needed to hear how much you needed to hurry, hurry, hurry. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess realistically a victim of, not as a mindset that you want to stick with, but like realistically, a victim of this continual nagging to hurry, 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 hurry. Can you imagine? Without end, 24/7, 365 days, without any sense of when I will be able to stop this, you know? That is not only driving you completely nuts, it is also something that will be ingrained in your own patterning, in your inside voice, inside your own head, etc., in your brain, in your psychology, in your nervous system, so that it now becomes the way how you deal with yourself. Well, but if it's one thing, then that just means that you're not in the now, and you need to unwind that and come in the now, and that's it. But, you know, come in the now, that's it. There you go. That's a little easy to say, you know, like how do we actually do that? Anyway, so that's why we have the dragon of time, keeper of time, to help us to free ourselves from all of that. Love that. Couldn't be more fitting. This is going to be a long video if it goes on in this slow pace. Which is the exact same thing again. Did you hear me? Okay, doesn't matter because we're just gonna do how it goes. That was the exact same thing. All right, busted. Well, that's funny. Okay, so I was led to the angel answers. So let me see. So I clearly saw this move now. So there we go. Trust. Right. So that is going to be the answer that we need here, of course, to have more of an inkling what we need to do here instead. Trust. Okay. I think we'll have another one. I thought I saw a card before that one too. I didn't pick it. So let's see if comes up again or what will come up. A peaceful resolution will be the result. Well, I'd say so, right? That is really how we get here, what we're doing. This is really, yeah, what we're talking about. That we want to have a peaceful resolution that is eternally valid. It has nothing to do with hurry up, and it has everything to do with going to the now within and removing all the obstacles to fully let that in all its capacity in the now, you know, with the depth of Divine Mother herself and the depth of your spirit where you're one with your true twin flame, and in the depth of your soul and your energy system that is here in which you can make a connection with that soul, and the depth of your body and your physical presence, and all of it at the same time. We want a peaceful resolution in that line. It's like an alignment. And the compromise card comes out. I always have the idea that this is not a card that I vibe with, and maybe I should remove it from the deck almost, but then it comes up again, so that's funny. Because on the twin flame depth of reality, you don't need to compromise, and also not with them. But maybe it does give a hint of the quality that you're going to be peaceful with time, and that you work together with time. How the dragon of the timekeeper advises it for us, and that you start to co-create that process for yourself, so that you're not in a hurry, but you're actually doing the real inner work that is here for you to be done, so that you'll have the outcome that you desire and that God desires for you exactly at the right time for you, for your union to come together. First in spirit, and the exact timing of when that is most appropriate for you in harmonious union, the consciousness state or state of being. And then when it's most appropriate for you to come together physically. and start to build there, which is fully connected and directly and intimately related to that state of harmonious union in consciousness. But sometimes the building in the physical has a little bit of another form at first that we might have fantasized for ourselves or something, and then you see what that serves, and then you can expect that to really come fully in when it is best for you and your union to have that be manifested perfectly and with the least amount of like pressure and least amount of pressure. What about that? Same thing with like my childhood memories. So I was now seeing the Egyptian card deck, which is a Dutch deck from this woman with the same first name as I have, Petra. I forgot her last name now. I see the box there, but I don't know.
Hier zijn overeenkomsten voor IC.
That was Siri that started to talk with me from my iPhone. So AI is going to communicate now as well with us here. Okay. So I guess this is a very communicative place with the Egyptian deck. And I saw now 3 cards, it looks like, that came out. So let's see. Not the Heaven Goddess that will make your wish come true. Well, what about that? Let's take this one. Let your old habits go and become more of your sparkling self. You will be in a very positive, complete transformation process and makeover. Visualization idea. See your wish as if it has already come true. Beautiful. Well, wish fulfillment card. What more can we ask? Well, another card. That's what we can ask. Flower of life, geometric pattern of creation. Yeah, I put my water on top of this symbol, this sacred geometry every day to have my water be ordered harmoniously with the universe, with the divine. See that your situation has come into being by the law of attraction. You will experience expansion in the area that you wish. Visualization idea, the flower of life is embracing you as a sacred geometry form. Okay, you can feel yourself sitting inside of this, so that not only when you put like your water on top of that symbol, your water gets ordered in a peaceful way. I like doing that. But this is the idea, to put yourself, maybe in your mind's eye, in this flower of life so that you become ordered divinely and you feel good. You are the water that can be ordered divinely, because you do consist of 70% water. So why not put yourself on top of it? I like that idea a lot. That is so awesome. See that your situation has come into being through the law of attraction. Well, that's of course always true. And no matter what we really complain about our twin flame and the situation, because it's not yet how you would like to have it, it has come into being, no matter what it is, it has come into being by something. And realizing that is very good, because it means that when you really want to know what it is that brought it into being, you can work on that as inner work and then make the point of attraction different inside of yourself, so that another twin flame reality will be attracted into your life. Well, kind of logic, but yeah, that's truly what it is. And that is what we do with the key tool, with the twin flame inner work tool, with the twin flame inner work. And that is truly law of attraction work indeed. Yeah, that's true. You will experience expansion in the area that you wish. So that is absolutely what we're going to experience in the 8/8 summer ritual for twin flame healing your union back together, because it is about augmenting your healing intentions. And we have Petra, the creation god. Yeah, I feel very related to Petra. Creation god that dreams creation and manifests through word. Formulate what dream you want to have become reality. Well, great plan. Visualize what that means to you, union, right? You get a chance to fulfill your wish through pronouncing it. You have to use your words. And that's also why I advise you to start journaling if you want to come to the 8/8 ritual next week. That's one of the things I put on paper for you that could be things that you could start doing to prepare yourself to go in it with the most attuned attitude. Yeah. And I think I put that underneath the video of yesterday, and I also put it in a post on the community page on YouTube. And it is, of course, in our Facebook group too as a post. To start to write down what it will be about for you. And you can just start journaling every day for 15 minutes is what I advise. And that'll give you an inkling what it is that you're wishing. So it seems as though we're really having another wish fulfillment card besides this wish fulfillment card. And we have the augmenting card, which is the magic card, because augmentation is the same as what magic is. That's exactly what magic is. So for your intentions to be augmented. Well, that's a lot of wish fulfillment here. So that's kind of clear that what will happen then, when you take part. For me, it has always worked like that. By doing all these 8/8 summer rituals, I have fulfilled all my truest desires. And they all came true. Although I am in some respects still working on the full materialization of things. Bear 10. This is the Native American deck. I do remember being a clan mother of the Deer clan, in which I have a peace vow. So that's why I do this work now, still, always, as a teacher, as a spiritual teacher, because that's my eternal vow. 38, I think it's a totem pole. So for this one, I am actually going to look into the booklet. "10 and 38, 31. The bear is about introspection. The bear means many things, including strength, confidence, and protection. Because bear hibernates, she also brings us a strong message of isolation, quiet solitude, and deep internal reflection. In order to feel safe and secure enough for such inner work, bear reminds us to strengthen ourselves physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and to create a safe sanctuary in order to withdraw and explore spiritual truths. Bear is also a mighty nurturer and encourages us to nurture ourselves, so that we are fit to nurture others. The mirrors highlight the idea of inner reflection. There are mirrors around the bear. Whenever the way ahead is unclear, withdraw, attend to your spirit, and allow the way to unfold. Introspection, instinct, dreams, reflection, inner knowing, strength, nurturing, protection. I mean, this is exactly what we're going to do with the twin flame ritual. It is about you withdrawing for a day or between now and next week, a week if you can, to focus, to refocus your healing intentions for your twin flame journey and move through this inner portal. And yeah, really manifest the results afterwards when you come out of your hibernation, so-called. So that's just amazing. The mirrors are also amazing because we know that the twin flame mirrors exactly how we're doing in our inner world, and that we use that information about the situation and what they're doing to us, so-called, for knowing what we need to work on in our inner work. And it is step 1 of the key inner work tool for twin flames. So that is just really, really awesome. It also points to the hibernation idea. And I have said that I have fasted for 3 days and I'm now in my fruit day to transition to ancestral food phase again. And that is also what hibernation is. It is doing a small fast. If you feel to do a small fast to prepare yourself for the 8/8 twin flame ritual, then let me know, and you want to have some input from me about that, then let me know. I will send you some information about how you could do that. That is fully integral in the Genesis 1 plan for food and health that I developed together with Divine Mother over the last 10 years. The other card is the totem pole. Belonging. A totem is similar to a heraldic emblem of your family or clan. It may be a simple pole carved with a mythical story of a people. A totem can also include plants and animals and may be used to tell a story, marking a specific event that is meaningful to a group or in some other way describe a collective identity. Sometimes we are revealing during rites of passage or initiation via a vision. Oh, sometimes they are revealed to you. Right. Totems represent the powers and protections provided by being part of a group, as well as the responsibilities and obligations of all members of that group. What are you uncertain of which action to take? When you are uncertain of which action to take, look to your own totem, whether personal or shared. Acknowledge your core beliefs and act accordingly. Belonging, guidance, support, roots, family, the past, origins, safety, long-lasting commitment. So that also means that you are here in a place where we do have how do you say that? An inheritance that is being passed on from spiritual teacher to spiritual teacher. You are here in a place where that is being done. You step into something that comes from like a multi-generational spiritual heritage. And now I bring it to you with like human teachers, from human teacher to human teacher. I had my teacher, etc. And also in the spiritual sense, with the spiritual co-creators I co-create with now as well. Yeah. So, and of course, one of the things that you are going to tap into for yourself is also how you are connected to the bigger whole and what bigger groups there are here for you to help you in your journey and to be with you and to be friends with you in your journey. And who knows what will be revealed to you about that. Soul family could be revealed to you about that. Or maybe you find them even. Yeah. Who knows? That is really a topic that has been revealed on my twin flame journey and will be revealed on many twin flame journeys. What that is for you, the idea of soul family that is really within the fabric of divine creation. And we're not talking about the word soul family or the two words soul family as an idea that talks about people that you like. I know that people use that word in that way, but I really use it in the true definition of the true soul family that is around your union with your true twin flame, and then you have more unions like in a circle sort of together, and you're created together in this bigger ray of light from the divine out, and that is a soul family. And you also have a head of the soul family. That is also something that plays in that regard, and that is really part of how creation is organized. And yeah, you can get to know people from that inheritance connection to you, and that can be beautiful, but also deeply mirroring as well, and showing you things you need to work on as well, because they are huge mirrors to you as well, just like the true twin flame is a huge mirror for you, the biggest mirror there is on in the world for you. And your soul family has that a little bit as well, which is in the end of the day only helpful to bring you in a deeper connection with your divine core and with who you truly are and what your union really is about. So let me see. Yeah, are we going there? I think this one. Yeah. So now we're going to go to the abundance, the divine abundance oracle deck. So let's see, what kind of qualities can we expect to feel and develop inside going deeper for the coming week and for participating in the 8/8 Twin Flame Ritual of 2024. Give me, ooh, yeah, clear cards. 1, 2, 3, but I saw this one too. So, okay, yeah, 3. All right, so I saw this one first, Limitless, with a beautiful mandala. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can cause anything and anyone. Right, so what you can reach is really limitless. Well, go for it. This is really your chance to go real deep, which creates a lot of love, which just means a lot of physical results coming from true love, of which the true twin flame is the huge thing that you're wanting, but only just the beginning at the same time. Did you know that? There you go. So it is all about receiving. Do you allow yourself to receive? Sometimes we really need to work on that question first. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. See, this sun is at its biggest, it's the huge big point, burning. And that is also why we do the 8/8 twin flame ritual now, because the sun is in such a constellation in the astrology that there is a specific alignment that brings the spiritual dimension really close at this time of year, with the high point on 8/8. That's why we do it on that date. It's every year. Especially also with the involvement of Sirius, which is a really spiritual planet. But it's, by the way, not the planet that I personally, as my union, are the most closely related to, because that is Arcturus. Did you know that? So the third card is faith. Yeah, when you don't have faith, then it won't really work out for you. So this is crucial to have. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. With beautiful birds, two birds, well, that's really a twin flame bird pair, right? And this beautiful lotus flower, which is a symbol of spiritual, like conquering your ego and coming to bloom in the real connection with the divine in your actual life, so that you open up as this beautiful flower after you have moved through the mud, through the water, come to the water surface, and then you can finally bloom there. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to go to the life purpose deck of Doreen Virtue to see. I see this one. Trust. I think we already had that. So a lot of trust and faith is needed because we have 3 cards with faith and trust. Trust that your feeling and dreams are leading you to where you need to go. Yes, in your mission it says, but also in general, of course. And your work and career and mission and all of that and life purpose is fully integral in your twin flame union manifestation. So yeah, first make that come true and then the rest will come out of it. That is just such a good order of things. And now we're going to go to the spiritual cards. Spiritual inspiration cards, they are called. They're Dutch, so I will see how we're going to translate that on the fly again. I see this one, but I also see this one. So, okay, let's take them both. When you experience that everything you knew to be true falls away, then you know that you're on the right way. That is so true for the twin flame journey. I see people have trouble with this all the time when they're going deeper, when they're doing the inner work for twin flames, when they are in coaching with me, when they are in relationship with me and whatnot. They have real trouble with that old things that are not it, that are so accustomed to, that they never in a million years would have thought that that was something that did not have a place in their twin flame union reality, that they so passionately think they desire. That when they are confronted with the fact that that thing is going to fall away, people sometimes even like remove themselves from the entire journey and start doing something else because they're so shocked by what falls away. And I understand because I also was. And yeah, be prepared for that. So is that worth it for you? Ask yourself that question already right now. If you don't want to have the things fall away that are standing in your way to get to your harmonious twin flame union with your true twin flame, you might not want to take part in our twin flame 8-8 ritual next week because you will get into trouble. And it could be this, it could be that. For different people, different things. But I promise you that there will be aspects for uniquely you that will seem to go too far for you. It is too far-fetched. You don't trust it anymore. You don't have faith anymore. This is just too much. It is too contradicting, seemingly, only seemingly. It is too different from what you thought it was or hoped it was or learned in your childhood it was or were educated that it was or like believed, fantasized that it was. And then people want to walk away. Really. So ask yourself, do you really want to be with the true twin flame, unlocking your true abundance? That is really a crucial question. Do you actually want that? Or do you want to be with Peter with all your old ideas intact? That's okay. I just can't necessarily help you with that. And you need to ask yourself what you want as part of the preparation for the 8-8 ritual. Well, there you go. And now the other card. Oh, I have to read it. Follow. Do I follow my head? Or do I dare to surrender to the choice of my heart? And isn't that exactly what we've just been talking about? Thank you. Know what you're calling in. Be cautious about what you're calling in, because this is the real deal. And know that you always will be challenged in your ego, because egos can't come in union. They can't. So there will be always one element or another that seems to be going too far for you. Wherever you see it, in yourself, in your twin flame, in consequences of it, or in me, or in the guidance that I offer, or in the twin flame tools that I offer, or something, or the consequences that they have. Yeah, people sometimes also project it onto me. They think it's now my fault. Well, let me tell you, it is not. All right, now we have the roses, Oracle of the Roses. Let's see, we have 2 cards. Crowning, initiation. How can we translate that? Going through a gate. Birth, rebirth, a place on the table. That makes me think about the reading that I did some weeks ago that is available as a video on my channel with Mother Mary. And the title says she wants to crown your union. Crowning. So going to your harmonious union through the elongation of what you can reach in the 8-8 ritual next week, most probably for you, the later phases of it, you will be getting access to this sacred place where you experience that Divine Mother is crowning you, celebrating your soul. It's really sacred. And it's already done. You're already part of this sacred union, but you want to make it come true. And that's why we do this work. And that's why you participate in the 8-8 ritual. And the other one of the Oracle of the Roses is Rose without thorns. You have a right to pleasure, peace, sweetness of life. Love that. When you come closer to me and we can have a relationship that will be our coaching relationship one-on-one, that is the one that you need to go to the place where you really want to go, then you will at a certain point realize that I try to phase you into a body of work that is about the energy approach to the twin flame union, and that it is actually called after and about feeling true soul pleasure in your soulful presence on the earth. And that is what the true body of work that I stand for, that I pass on, really is about. Besides reaching this consciousness state and all of that, making it all come true, what you really want. But you're falling into this universe, the creative universe here, where it is about creating that true pleasurable state for you in which you enjoy the life in the romance of eternity. And that is about soul pleasure. That's true. Yeah, so I'm seeing the personal inspiration cards now. So we're going to take those. How do you think we're going? Is this going to go somewhere? Do you have the feeling that we're going to have a good 8-8 ritual when you take all of this information into account? Let me know. 1, 2. That means 1 and 2 in Dutch, my language. So this is the first one. When you have set one step in front of you, then the next step will show up for you. It is not helpful to want to go 5 steps ahead. All right, thank you. So that's true. I think that's a perfect place also in the story of this video, in the reading, to talk about. You need to face what is here now. And that's also for your preparation to go into the 8-8 ritual. And when you process what's here now with the true twin flame inner work, that will be possible, by the way, for you to do inside the ritual when you have your ticket. Because one of the things that I will be offering you is a workbook of 15 pages in which you are going to work on your twin flame challenges that are here now. And also the other areas of your life that you want to look into, that you want to have true soul pleasure in. And we're going to look at what is here now. And that is what is supposed to be here now in the time of the 8-8 ritual. And when you look at that and go deeper there and do the inner work that is brought forward by this situation, that's when you move forward. Not when you think about, yeah, but later and 5 months from now, and when I will be standing at the altar to say yes because I'm marrying them, then no, now. Just what is here now. And through that, reality will open up for you in the next layer that you need to work through. And that is how you make steps on the twin flame journey that leads to your true twin flame in harmonious union. In love, I am not dependent on other people. Love is a state of being. And that is the secret truth underneath doing this inner work of the now. You are not dependent of them. What you're doing is repairing yourself in the love that is already here for you in the now. You repair yourself in the love. And that is how you move forward. Love is a state of being. It's not dependent on on any other person, and also not on your twin flame. Because when you have repaired yourself in the love that is present here, by doing the correct twin flame inner work, for instance, in the workbook of the 8-8 ritual, because you are part of a union that is intimately integrated in the reality of the divine, you are repairing them in love as well. And if that doesn't work, if that's not true for you, then it's not your twin flame. Which also, if that would be the case, doesn't need to be bad, because there's still a twin flame out there for you. And you will start to attract the true one if you continue loving yourself and doing the inner work. Right? So. And you're going to love yourself and do the inner work primarily through the lens of the energy space of the 9-point energy system of creative identity that I developed together with Divine Mother. Of this energy space, 9, the sword, the highest point, it is above your head, it is very spiritual, and it comes right through you to sort of nail you on the earth as well. You exist between heaven and earth, and you are the connecting force between both, and that's what you're going to demonstrate here on earth as a twin flame union as well, which will be your mission. And from high above, these are your guardian angel cards that will indicate which of the 72 angels of God are going to help us with that, because they are also in the high spiritual place, isn't it? 10. The 72 angels of God wanted to work with me. I didn't know that. But there it is. That's why I bought the deck. The favorable God, Alada. Cherubim is the choir that this angel is from. And the cherubims, what do? They are guardian angels of the light and stars. They stand for divine grace that absolves and forgives all guilt. Awesome idea. Dissolution of karma. Spiritual and material abundance. Very fitting. Innocence. Regeneration and thriving health. Protection from evil forces. Reintegration into society. Great healing power. Helping the needy. Success at work. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Wow. I don't know. I'm deeply moved by this. Dissolution of karma through forgiveness. Absolving guilt. Yeah. And the abundance. Well, there you go. So maybe there are things that you need to forgive yourself for. Forgive your true twin flame. Very cleansing when you can do that. Deeply cleansing. This is really the central work that makes things come true on the divine level inside of you. And that's what the true twin flame is. It feels so expansive and so big that I just don't know what to say. It feels as though this is like everything. It's everything. It's so big and so loving and so divine. Maybe we should just allow this angel to come into our space and just touch us in the heart and be moved by it and be stunned by how much we have this heartfelt expansion through these topics, and by truly moving through your letting go of guilt and forgive yourself and forgive your twin flame, truly forgive, which means to move into the deeper divine nature that you have and let the rest go. That's what that means, forgiveness. We're just so much letting that work on us that we just experience it. And just sigh real deep. I have the Sexual Magic e-course, and there's a lot about these topics inside of that. If you want to go deeper with these kinds of topics, then I advise buying that e-course and doing everything that is suggested inside of it. And now we are moving on to the vampire deck of Lucy Cavendish. And we have Maynade, 19, sadness, ecstatic ritual, letting go of energy. So this really feels like, it actually does feel exactly like the feeling that is in my heart now about forgiving myself, forgiving the twin flame, letting go of karma, moving into the direct alignment with the divine again, letting the rest go completely as if it had never existed. That's what forgiveness is. And it does make you feel like you're in a little bit of a sad dance for a moment, that you are going to let all of this go and like the grief of it. But it's also a beautiful dance because the Maynade, it's, I don't know, it's like a mythological idea or being. I'm seeing this nature-bound woman dancing in the forest. Don't know about you. We should look that up if that is really conform mythology and all of that. But that's what it feels like. And also, of course, I think it does look like that in the card, in a picture, right? So, yeah. There is a lot of grief involved on the personal, psychological, emotional side of forgiving yourself and forgiving the twin flame and resolving your karma and moving back into the direct relationship with the divine and forgiving, forgetting, and letting go of the rest. And that is a real thing too. That is a melancholic feeling that is real for some time. That's like the psychological result of it. And that is normal when you move to something new. And sometimes when we have been really traumatized and these things are really deep and really ingrained and you let them go, you have a very long and incredibly deep grieving period. That is possible. But even when you just do it for something that is here right now that you can work on by going through the Lionsgate portal of the 8-8 twin flame ritual, then you will also feel this melancholy, this, yeah, essentially a grieving feeling that will be temporary. So now we're going to look into the Oracle of Transformation. This is also very mythological and very much about shapeshifters, which is also this beautiful mythological idea of ancient Greek texts from Ovidius. Ovidius is not Greek, that's Roman history. All right, I'm being tested right now. Forgive me when I got it wrong. And it is actually a folktale. It's not an Ovidian transformation. The folktale is Little Red Riding Hood. With the European folktale, with the idea that I am not a victim. I may have gone, she says, through experiences with like narcissistic abuse or like being overwhelmed by someone that controls you and that eats your soul in that sense, and so that your psychology is only having very low self-esteem and just hardly feels allowed to exist. That can be experiences that you've had, and they teach you something, and then you learn the lesson, and you let go, and you go through the grief, and then you come out of that and say, I have experienced that, but I'm not a victim as an identity. I am a wise person now. And I'm going to allow the fullness of that in myself, of being this wise person that has learned through darkness. And that has given me so much. And the depth of what that has given me is to the extent of that I'm now fully connected to Divine Mother, fully connected to the divine, where I did not have that before. So, see how that fits for you. Story. And I felt like taking another one, and we have I will protect you. The moon wolf. Moon wolf. Well, that's kind of clear, right? Well, don't worry. You are protected. That is the essence of this card. You don't need to be afraid that you're going to be walked over again or what have you. You are protected. And you can have faith in that and trust in that. We are now going to look into the Mother Mary Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild to get an emanation of Divine Mother. And it is Our Lady with the moon at her feet. That is a very auspicious sign. Did you know that this idea, this emanation of Divine Mother is in the Bible, in Revelation? And that it is a sign of the time we're living in right now. I actually also have a lot to say about that. So much that I'm silent right now because that is too much. But it has everything to do with the time we're living in, why we're now having the possibility to be together with your true twin flame early in the journey, why harmonious union is a possibility right now through me, what that means for the world, for the universe, for you, what that means about our relationship, how that truth supports the fact that I'm literally helped by Divine Mother. It says everything about the state of the world in the sense of what world leaders are currently doing, etc., etc. That is huge. That would need to be another video. I have heard your heart prayers. I have heard you calling to me silently, in suffering, wanting to let go and grow, and finding that despite all your effort, still you must endure. It is as if you are sinking when you want to rise, falling when you want to fly. I come to you now with the moon at my feet and ask you to put your trust in me. I will help you outgrow that which no longer serves, so that what you struggle to attain now through effort in time will come naturally to you. Have faith. What you want is possible, and I will help you get there. Very deep. The Mary Magdalene Oracle deck. Confusion, but they're not going to let us hang here, is it? No. We're going to travel from confusion to the lovers. And isn't that exactly what you would want from your 8/8 twin flame ritual? Maybe that's like the outcome that you can reach, having true clarity about the lovers and what is here for you, and what that means to you, and what they tell you right now, and how to move forward with that in a positive way that is connected to your eternal positive development forward. It's a positive without a negative opposing it. It's the foundational positive of existence itself. And lastly, I think we're going to get a message from the Master Magician. That will clarify everything. Sib. Is that how we need to say it? I will look into the booklet and get more of a grasp of what this is about. Keep. That's how you say it. The common idea of this symbol is that it's an owl. Owl. An owl. Well, the bird. It is about grace, trust, inner voice of knowing, intuition, following inner guidance, reception, mystic transmission, divine communication, cosmic consciousness. Yeah. It is about a staff, a rod, and an awl. That's also what you will see, the staff, right? To me, it seems like a portal, and an awl is also a very wise indicator of that there is a portal nearby. And the portal nearby is the 8/8 portal, and we're going to move through it together in the Twin Flame Ritual. That's what it is about. And it all takes place in the Lion's Gate, that is a portal sort of in itself. And then we augment that and ritualize that and make it fully magically working for you so that you can receive your miracles by organizing this specific Twin Flame 8/8 ritual. It is about fire. Well, isn't that exactly what twin flames are, right? It's the light of the divine, which is the fire of the divine. Sometimes we have a lack of inner knowing or a lack of trust in it. And that can be a shadow of this sign. That you don't have faith in your ability to feel and act on the guidance from spirit. But you can transform that and go within and establish your divine connection, which is truly what this ritual is going to be about for you. Become a direct conduit for spirit. Trust in your mystical intelligence and attune yourself to the clear signals from your inner guidance. It is really about receiving grace. And that also has a far vaster and deeper message and resonance with everything that we do here, what I stand for, that I can explain in this video. Let's just be silent for a moment. I am the transcendent splendor of the night-blossomed lotus atop your golden luminous staff. I take up the staff of my power. Voyager, hear the inner voice of your solar identity. Owl, messenger of the great central sun, soaring softly through the conduit of mystical transmission, silently sound the golden nimbus of reunion. Receiving SIB, keep. I need to correct myself. Is an acknowledgement that you are already a dedicated journeyer on the path, and that unites heart and mind in devotion to the divine. Have you reached a point in your life where you want to know the answer to a profound question or yearning? Ask yourself simply, what is the truest desire of my heart in this moment? I am the song seeking the root of truth. Then in stillness, claim your natural ability to commune with cosmic consciousness. Open to your natural inner voice of knowing, your intuition, to receive the inner guidance you seek. Instinct guides animals with the same natural ease that intuition guides human beings. Simply become silent and listen to it. I am Keep, galactic guide, mystic ferryman, on the return path to the stars. Hold fast to my staff, which is extended to you, that I may ferry you through the stargate of the spiraling vortices that form the golden pillar unifying heart and mind, offering sweet reunion with cosmic consciousness. My rod refines you into the crucible of knowing, piercing with ease the veil of eternal questions of existence. When there arises from your heart the impassioned plea, what is the truest desire of my heart? For I am the song seeking the root of truth. Then can I come to guide your footsteps to the perfect unfolding of the pattern and mystery of your being. Plant the staff within, that it may grow into a blossoming tree of wisdom with the power to heal and unite. From me, learn the use of this divine power, like an electrical current, to serve the purpose of the light. I am Keep, mystical emissary of solar consciousness. Blissful is the message I extend in my staff. Open to me as a chalice. Tune into the galactic frequencies that I may transmit direct knowledge effortlessly through grace. Be trusting, empty, receptive without expectations. Listen to the galactic frequencies, the velvet cadence of the inner voice of knowing. Ecstatic cosmic music rushes into every aspect of your being. Feel it now, grounding its auroral currents into the garden of trust you have to carefully preserve. You have so carefully preserved here in the name of love. The light in the blessed communion offered. Eat of the bread of freedom, drink of my indigo current, embody the staff through which courses the grace of the spiraling galaxies. Tune yourself to the charged frequencies of creation, 3 times 3. For I, Keep, am the cosmic courier of the solar logos, set to remind you of your solar identity and inheritance, pulsing as a new sun. And for me, this also means that the Master Christ, the Christ Masters that are about harmonious twin flame union and on the earth right now that I work together with in spirit, that I have met in the flesh, they fully participate all in this healing portal for you. And that's what we close off with. Thank you, Master Magician, to letting us all know all of this and making it fully rounded. So I hope that it was inspirational for you. Let me know with a comment below quickly what will be the thing that you take home from this message. What was striking to you? What do you remember at this moment that was speaking to your heart? Let me know. And if you don't know what to answer but want to be involved, that is possible. Just answer with a sun. S-U-N, you can write the word or just get an emoticon out of your keyboard on your phone or something and just publish this sun emoticon for the sunny time in which we have the summer ritual of 8/8 for your twin flame intentions and the healing back to union. You are invited. The link to the information and to get your ticket is below in the information box and in the pinned comment underneath too. And I hope to welcome you. I will be welcoming you then in the specific closed Facebook group for this ritual. I will live stream the execution of the ritual there. You will get the workbook. I will also invite you for a social Zoom on Thursday, 8 August as well, and the many more things that I might be offering there for you. Who knows what comes out of me to give to you. And yeah, it is an automatic distant healing that will always work for you when you have your ticket, because you focused yourself in the working of it. And when you can take the day off to go in to do inner work and to come to all these events, then that is beautiful. I highly recommend it, but it is extra because it will work for you anyway as long as you have your ticket. All right. See you real soon in the 8/8 Twin Flame Ritual of 2024. Love from Petra.